Yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? Today in this video we will be talking about quest number 26, and this is gonna be a bit of a long video because the match that I played using this team was a bit so intense and it was so long, so this video is gonna be a bit longer than the other two that I uploaded yesterday. So yeah, let's talk about this quest. It's basically against Garb and Singogo. The Storm Forcer here is knowledge, and sadly we don't have a lot of good characters in knowledge, or in general we don't have a lot of characters in knowledge compared to the other forces. You are required to have fire attackers and also lightning or gravity in this quest, because there's a lot of enemies that are weak to fire or lightning and gravity at the same time. So you either want lightning or gravity, you don't have to have them both. Yeah, so basically what I did here is that I played with the worst options you can ever have. Let's start with the other two teams, like Team B and C. As for Team B, I used a fighter, so I always tell you guys to use a fighter as your main in both of your B and C. So I used a fighter here, and I decided to not use his special attack. I only have actually the old special attack for Fujitora, so I just decided to use three skills which are all gravity force or gravity damage dealing attacks. So basically that's what everyone can have right now, because the current event is for Fujitora, and you can get all these three skills from there. You can just basically use them there. I also used Whitebeard here as a second or a sub for this team, and of course his attacks are special, and two of his skills. One of his skills is special damage, the other is, so this is the special damage one, this is the physical one, and you actually want gravity from him, so I only used his special attack that is gravity dealing. Yeah, so that was my choice for the sub for the second team. As for the third team, so we don't have a lot of lightning attackers in the game, so I've just decided to use here, what was, oh my god, Nami, her name is right there. Alright, so Nami is a lightning damage dealer. She, her elemental, or for, what do you say this, like her auto attacks are lightning, which is, I think she and only Enel have this auto attack as lightning. So I used her as my main in the third team, and to be honest, it's not a great choice because she is a mid-range, and mid-range don't have that much HP to actually survive compared to fighters or warriors, but it is what it is, so I just put her there. And here I decided to put Fifi, and normally nobody ever uses Fifi, and you shouldn't either. I just put her there for healing, considering that I don't actually have any healers, but I do, I have all healers actually. I just wanted to show you how you can deal with this kind of hard quest without having a proper healer. So her only healing skill is this one, and it actually heals like it doesn't heal that much actually. It recovers HP, and that nearby, I think it slightly recovers HP, so it doesn't really heal that much, like 20% maximum, I think. And the other skill is that it inflicts charm. I use also the charm effect here on Nami, because I mean most of you don't have this, because this skill was like a limited edition to her. If you have her EX skill, you can use it. It would be actually much better. But this was like on some summer event, and some people who were playing the game back then, like last year, have that skill, and I use it here. And yeah, that's So we are done here with gravity and lightning, even though you don't have to have both of them, you just need one of them. But I decided to like leave the gravity and lightning enemies for the second and the third team. And in case, of course, Nami loses her HP, she will change or switch to Fifi, and Fifi can do some healing with her skill, healing skill. Um, Here I decided to make the fire damage dealing is my the priority of my first team or my main team, and here I used two characters that almost nobody would ever consider using, which are Ben Bickman and Buggy, and both of them are actually really terrible characters, and both of them are snipers, so they are really bad choices um, for this event or this quest, sorry. So the better choices would be, I mean, you have a lot of other choices for fire. Let's see here. So you have here, of course, Ace is the best crowd controller that is using fire. So here we have Ace. Ace would be a better option, but he's also sniper. So if you want something that lives with you and can be like can survive for a bit, it's Akaino. I used Akaino, I think, on the first clear. And speaking of that, there is already a video also for the clear of quest number 26, and I will also be linking that video on the description, and you will also see it at the end of this video on the screen. It will blow up like on the last 10 seconds. So it's Akaino and Ace mostly, but then I think that's all about it. Yeah, I never forget about Sabo. Sabo is, even though he is single target, he can still get some like crowd controlling of some mobs with his Flame Dragon King. So I think I used Sabo also the last time, and I actually killed both bosses in just like 4 hits. It was so easy. Like if you have Sabo, and of course if you have Blackbeard, I mean, just go to that video and look for that team. That team is the optimal team. It will easily clear it for you. You just need Blackbeard in your team and Sabo as your sub. So Blackbeard will take care of all gravity weak enemies, and the sub is either Ace or Sabo, but I use Sabo because Sabo is the best boss killer in this game. So I just use them more in the boss stage, and also when the fire enemies needed some like crowd controlling or needed to be killed, I just took care of them using Sabo. But also Akaino would work best there, and you can use him here in these two teams because he's a warrior and he can survive for a bit. And you don't have to have his ultimate actually or special attack. His skills are enough, and actually his auto attack is also fire. Okay, so basically this is gonna be my team. I'm gonna be taking care of the fire enemies using my main team, and I'm hoping for that the second and the third team take care of the lightning and gravity ones. And yeah, that's my team. Let's take a look before we actually start watching the clip of the run. And yeah, I will see you guys in a moment. Alright, so let's get started. So this is gonna be the team. We're going against Google and Garb. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so starting off, you will find these annoying enemies that keep knocking you back. Try to kill them as fast as you can, because I didn't know that the skills of Beckman take a lot of time to actually hit, and they can like knock you back before you actually hit with Beckman. So try to kill them as fast as you can, because they're very annoying, to be honest. So there isn't actually much to say here. Well, as for the skills for Fuji, most likely this just will help you crowd control most of the enemies, because even his new skill, I think it's really powerful and it does more crowd controlling than most of the other special attacks, the old special attacks. And as you can see, he can even like crowd control bosses with that skill, the new skill. So you're and make sure, of course, to make use of all the crates, especially the ones that heal you and the ones that have explosives in them, so you can just trigger them and make sure to like hit them when the enemies are around them, so you can just basically kill them easier without having to use much more skills or so on. And try to always take care of the fire attackers if you are gonna not sorry fire enemies if you're gonna take care of the fire uh, damage dealing the whole game. Just make sure they don't like keep spamming their attacks against the other teams, so they don't just die. But of course, if you have a healer on your main team, it would be even better, because you'll be able to keep your other teams alive. And you may as well use the fever when you have the chance, because using the skills is just like it's gonna consume a lot of CB. What is it called? I think it was CB or SP. I think it's SP. It consumes the SP. Yeah, it's SP. And you will probably need to fill it again for your team. So make sure to use your fever whenever you can. It will also help you like clear the first two stages faster. So if you see in this video, you will see that I took a very long time to actually clear the first two stages, which normally is not the case. But since I didn't have a lot of attacks that are really crazy with damage, I took a long time to actually clear these. But in general, using these characters here, I just wanted to prove to you that you can clear these quests, the hard quests, without having top tier characters. And of course, if you do have the top tier characters, please use them. They will make it so much easier for you. I just want to show you that it's possible to do it without these crazy, amazing attacks of the high or top tier characters. You just need to level up your cards and have some skills in dodging, or like using your skills and special attacks on the perfect timing. And also yeah, you're just gonna probably need some luck, and we'll see that at the end of this video. Make sure to like clear the enemies that are behind you, especially the snipers, because they can be a problem. And if you're using a sniper in your main team, like make sure to keep swiping away or dodging all the attacks away, and if you have to go all the way back, just do it. Just don't like engage in fights where you most likely will die. So Garb and Sengoku here are very easy at the beginning. They don't use their attacks that much, but when you get their HP, just it's like the case in every quest in this mode. By the end, when you get them under their like 30% HP, they start spamming their attacks. And Garb's special attack is really annoying, especially that he keeps throwing these grenades on you, and you cannot evade them, and they do a lot of damage. So try to get them both in one point where your two teams can attack them both at the same time, and also make sure to like keep them like protected from behind, because snipers or other attackers can actually be a problem for them. Okay, so as you can see here, they are both separated, and that's a problem now. The damage will have to be like divided into two places for attack. So always try to like dodge back and get them both at one point. And as you can see, Ben Beckman keeps taking care of these. Actually, I think Ben Beckman is still there, and his banner is still there, even though it's really not worth it to pull for him. You can just like get him for fun, because this is the only time you can get Ben Beckman's attacks or skills. I mean, this is your last chance, because they did not release any other banners for him later in Japan. But to be honest, he's not worth it. His attacks is very bad. Buggy is also a troll character, to be honest, but his special attacks can be useful. Special attack can be useful at some point. And I don't know how, but he survived a lot of hits in this quest. Check this one, for example. A lot of misses, man. If I didn't have that supporter 30% evasion from the supporter bonus, I would have been dead by now. And I actually think there's another attack from Garb that I will like be able to evade here. I think I will survive against it. And yeah, at some point Sengoku will start doing his healing thing, and it's really annoying because yeah, this is the part where I get attacked again and he still lives. Like, it's very funny. I thought I died like twice so far, but yeah, Buggy always have his magic. So yeah, when Sengoku does his healing, if Garb is near him, he will get healed as well. So yeah, make sure to separate them here, or try to kill them before, he actually does his healing thing. Alright, so I died here, but my two teams did not die yet, so we'll keep watching here. So this is why you should not use two snipers, because basically they will die at some point, no matter how good you are at dodging, because there's always snipers in the back. Like here, for example, see that sniper in the back keeps sniping the other two teams, and he will probably kill Vivi here. I never mind, Sengoku is never going. Okay, so this is the best thing about fighters. See, he got a lot of hits and he still has almost like 30% of his HP. And I'm not healing him, I'm not doing anything to him, he's just there attacking and getting hits. Another fighter, even though like he lost a lot of HP, he still like came back, but he died anyway. But then Whitebeard comes back to the rescue and does his special attack and ends the game. And this is how you win with a terrible, terrible team. So guys, that was it for this video. If you have any other questions for this quest, make sure to leave them in the comment section. If you like this video, be sure to click like and subscribe if you haven't done if you haven't done that yet. Yeah, and I'll see you guys on the next video. See ya.